The morning after, Maya woke to sunlight streaming through the curtains and a pounding headache. For a moment, she was disoriented. This wasn't her bedroom. This was. Oh God. The memories came flooding back. The club. Adrian. The hotel. The sex. Multiple rounds of absolutely incredible sex. Maya turned her head. Adrian was still asleep beside her, one arm thrown over his face, the sheet riding low on his hips. In the morning light, he looked even more handsome, and even older than she'd thought. Panic set in. What had she done? She'd had a one-night stand with a stranger. Lost her virginity to someone she didn't even know. She was supposed to be responsible, careful, smart. This was none of those things. Maya slipped out of bed carefully, gathering her clothes. Her dress was wrinkled beyond repair, her makeup smeared, her hair a mess. She looked exactly like what she was, a girl who'd made a mistake. She should leave a note. Should say something. But what? Thanks for the sex. Nice meeting you. No. Clean break was better. He probably didn't want to hear from her anyway. Guys like him probably did this all the time. So Maya dressed quickly, grabbed her purse, and left without looking back. The professor. 2 weeks later, Maya stood outside the biology lecture hall at Seoul National University, clutching her new textbook and trying to calm her nerves. First day of university. Fresh start. She'd put that night at the club behind her, chalked it up to a brief moment of insanity, and refocused on her goals. Med school. Career. Success. No more distractions. She filed into the lecture hall with the other students, finding a seat in the middle. The room buzzed with excited conversation, everyone eager to begin their university journey. I heard the new bio professor is hot, the girl next to Maya whispered to her friend. He just started. Transferred from some research position in the States. Dr. Kane, right. I looked him up. Definitely hot. Maya tuned them out, opening her textbook. She didn't care what the professor looked like. She cared about learning. The room quieted as someone entered. Maya looked up, and her heart stopped. Adrian. Her Adrian. The man she'd slept with 2 weeks ago. Standing at the front of the lecture hall in a crisp button-down and slacks, looking professional and authoritative and absolutely devastating. Their eyes met. His expression went from neutral to shocked to something darker. Something possessive and angry. Good morning, he said, his voice carrying across the hall. But his eyes never left Maya's. I'm Adrian Kane, and I'll be teaching Introduction to Biology this semester. Maya couldn't breathe, couldn't think, couldn't process what was happening. The man she'd lost her virginity to, the man she'd run out on without a word, was her professor. This couldn't be happening. This had to be a nightmare. I expect you all to take this course seriously, Kane continued, finally looking away from her. Biology is the foundation of medicine, and if you can't master the basics, you have no business pursuing a medical career. He started going through the syllabus, his voice steady and professional. But every few minutes, his gaze would drift back to Maya, and she could see the storm brewing behind his calm exterior. When class finally ended, Maya grabbed her things and bolted for the door. Miss Chen. His voice stopped her cold. A word, please. In my office. The confrontation. Maya stood in Dr. Kane's office, arms wrapped around herself protectively, while he closed the door behind them. The silence was deafening. Sit, he said finally. I'd rather stand. That wasn't a request. Maya sat. Adrian, Kane, leaned against his desk, arms crossed, studying her with an expression she couldn't read. You're 18, he said finally. Yes. A student. My student. I didn't know. Neither did I. He ran a hand through his hair. Fuck. Maya, do you have any idea how bad this is? I'm sorry. I'll transfer to a different section. The sections are full. You're stuck with me. He laughed bitterly. I'm your professor for the entire year. Labs, lectures, everything. Then I'll keep my head down. We'll pretend that night never happened. Pretend. He moved closer, his voice dropping. You think I can pretend? Every time I see you, all I can think about is how you looked underneath me. How you tasted. How you felt. Heat flooded Maya's body. Dr. Kane, don't. His jaw clenched. Don't call me that. Not after what we did. Then what am I supposed to call you? We can't. I know we can't. He stepped back, putting distance between them. This is wrong on every level. You're my student. You're 18. I'm 35. I'm in a position of power over you. I don't care about any of that. Well, you should. His voice rose. I could lose my job. You could lose your scholarship. This could ruin both our lives. Then what do you want from me? He stopped, his fists clenching. I want you. Still. Even though I shouldn't. Even though it's completely inappropriate. I've been going crazy for 2 weeks trying to find you, and now you're here and I can't have you. Maya stood. You're right. We can't do this. So I'll be a student. Nothing more. Can you do that? Can you sit in my class and pretend you don't remember what it felt like when I was inside you? Her breath hitched. I have to. We both have to. You're probably right. But he didn't sound convinced. Go. Before I do something we'll both regret. Maya fled. The tension. The next few weeks were torture. Maya sat in Dr. Kane's class 3 times a week, trying desperately to focus on biology while hyperaware of his every movement, every glance in her direction. He was a good professor, engaging, knowledgeable, passionate about his subject. Students hung on his every word, especially the female students who were obviously crushing on him. It made Maya irrationally jealous. Which was insane. She had no claim on him. That night had been a mistake, a one-time thing. So why did she still dream about him? Why did her body respond every time he walked past her desk, his cologne washing over her? Miss Chen, can you answer the question? Maya startled. She'd been staring at him instead of paying attention. I'm sorry, could you repeat it? His eyes darkened. See me after class. The other students, Ed. Maya wanted to die. When everyone left, she approached his desk slowly. You're not paying attention, he said without looking up from his papers. I am. You just what? Can't focus because you're too busy thinking about me. Now he looked at her, and the heat in his gaze made her knees weak. Because that's my problem. I can't teach without remembering how you sounded when you came. Adrian. Dr. Kane. In this building, it's Drive. Kane. He stood, moving around the desk. Do you know how hard it is for me? Seeing you every day, knowing I can't touch you. Then stop looking at me like that. Like what? Like you want to, she cut herself off. Want to what, Maya? Want to bend you over this desk. Want to make you scream my name until you forget you're supposed to be my student. Maya's core clenched. You can't say things like that. I know. I'm sorry. He stepped back, composing himself. This is inappropriate. You're right. I'll be more professional. Thank you. But as she left, she heard him mutter, fuck being professional. The late night. It happened during office hours. Maya had a legitimate question about the assignment, so she'd gone to his office at 8 p.m. when she knew most other students would be gone. Bad idea. The moment she walked in and closed the door, the air between them crackled with tension. Question about the assignment? He asked, his voice rough. Yes. I don't understand. You understand fine. You're the top student in the class. He stood, moving toward her. You came here for a different reason. I didn't. Didn't you? He was close now, too close. You wore that perfume. The same one you wore that night. Maya's heart raced. I wear this all the time. Do you? His hand came up, fingers ghosting along her jaw. Or did you want me to remember? Want me to lose control? No. Yes. I don't know. She looked up at him helplessly. I'm trying to forget. Trying to move on. But I can't. Neither can I. His thumb brushed her lower lip. This is insane. I could lose everything. Then stop. Stop touching me. I can't. And he kissed her. It was like setting a match to gasoline. 2 weeks of pent-up tension exploded. Maya kissed back desperately, her hands fisting in his shirt. He lifted her onto his desk, stepping between her legs, his hands everywhere. We shouldn't, he gasped against her lips. I know. Someone could come in. I know. But neither of them stopped. His hand slid under her skirt, finding her already wet. Fuck, Maya, you're soaked. For you. Always for you. He groaned, his fingers circling her clit through her panties. Maya bit her lip to stay quiet, but when he slid the fabric aside and touched her directly, she couldn't hold back a moan. Quiet, he warned. Unless you want everyone to know what we're doing. He worked her expertly, bringing her to the edge quickly. When she came, his mouth covered hers, swallowing her cries. After, they stood there, breathing hard, reality crashing back. This can't happen again, Adrian said. I know. I mean it, Maya. This is wrong. We have to stop. You're right. But they both knew it was a lie.